Good afternoon. Philippine Ambassador to the United States, Jose Manuel Babe Romualdez, says that quite a number of undocumented Filipinos in the U.S. have been detained and processed for deportation. In an interview with ANC on Tuesday, March 25, Romualdez notes that there is no definite count of detained and deported Filipinos, as authorities are trying to keep the record confidential. However, Romualdez says that quite a number have already been detained and have been processed for deportation. According to Romualdez, it was previously reported that about 30 Filipinos have been put in detention in various parts of the U.S. Romualdez says these Filipinos were considered undocumented and ready for deportation. Even before he was re-elected, U.S. President Donald Trump had already promised to carry out an unprecedented mass deportation of undocumented foreigners in the country. In response to this, Romualdez advised undocumented Filipinos in the U.S. that it would be better for them to leave voluntarily rather than face deportation. According to Romualdez, it is best for Filipinos to voluntarily leave so they won't have to go through the experience of being put inside a detention center. Romualdez also says that Filipinos who voluntarily leave the U.S. will have the chance to come back. In 2023, a report by the Migration Policy Institute in Washington, D.C. showed that the Philippines is the sixth top source of undocumented immigrants in the U.S., with a population estimated at 309,000 in 2021. China says former President Rodrigo Duterte did not seek asylum in their country. In a press conference on Monday, March 24, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiakun was asked to comment on reports that the former president applied for asylum in China but was rejected. In response, Guo says that reports on Duterte's application for asylum in China were all unverified. Guo points out that Duterte's trip to Hong Kong before his arrest was a private vacation trip. Guo says they have never received the so-called application for asylum to the Chinese government from the former president or his family. According to Guo, China hopes that people from the media can be careful about the so-called information from sources and should not easily believe what they hear. An asylum seeker is defined as someone who is seeking international protection. Days before his arrest on March 11, Duterte appeared before Filipinos in Hong Kong to attend the campaign rally of PDP Laban senatorial candidates. Duterte was served an arrest warrant from the International Criminal Court upon arriving at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport from Hong Kong. The arrest warrant was issued on the grounds of crimes against humanity allegedly committed during the Duterte administration's anti-drug campaign. Filipina tennis player Eala was handed a place in the quarterfinals of the 2025 Miami Open after her fourth-round opponent, world number 11 Paula Badosa, pulled out with a lower back injury. In a post on Instagram, Eala says this is not the way she would want to move on with the quarterfinals, but she wishes Spain's Badosa a speedy recovery following her withdrawal. The 19-year-old Eala, a wild card in the tournament, has been on a tear sweeping a pair of Grand Slam champions in Jelena Ostapenko of Latvia and Madison Keys of the United States. After a gritty win to kick off her Miami Open main draw campaign last week, Eala took down world number 25 Ostapenko with 7-6, 7-5 in their round of 64 match. Eala then proved her upset over the 2017 French Open winner was no fluke after stunning Australian Open champion Madison Keys with 6-4, 6-2 on Monday, Manila time. Eala's victory over world number 5 Keys made her the first Filipina to defeat a top 10 opponent since the WTA rankings began in 1975. Eala won the 2022 U.S. Open girls singles title and has been based at the Rafael Nadal Academy in Mallorca since she was 13. Eala will face second seed and former world number 1 Iga Swiatek in the quarterfinals. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good afternoon.